recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
And welcome to ECW Spring Spectacular, the 2K21 Part 1 season finale. And I'm your host, Gotmark76. A great night of wrestling lined up for you here tonight. We begin things with JT Smith taking on Mike Awesome. Of course, JT Smith, a top contender to the ECW TV title, currently held by the Sandman. We will see the Sandman in action later on tonight. Our two big main events, as the franchise of ECW, Shane Douglas takes on Nature Boy Buddy Landel for the ECW title, and the lights out King of Philly street fight between Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Terry Funk. All that plus the World Tag Team titles on the line and much, much more here at Spring Spectacular. And making his way to the ring is Mike Awesome. And what an appropriately named superstar this is. This guy has all the tools. And it's just a matter of time before he gets those tools in order and becomes a major force to be reckoned with here in ECW. He's already made a name for himself over in Japan. But the more he wrestles and the more he dominates, the bigger the name he's going to have here in the States. Of course, we're very excited. This is the last event for the Gotmark76 2K22 Season Part 1. It's been a fun ride. We don't know what's in store yet for 2K22 Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. I really haven't decided if I'm going to play out a Universe mode or a GM mode or what have you, but I can tell you it's going to be a little bit different than what we experienced here the first 4 months of 2022. Is JT Smith going to work on Mike Awesome with a kick to the chest. And down goes the Awesome One. And JT Smith now using his speed to his advantage has Mike Awesome and spins him around. Down goes Mike Awesome and JT Smith needs to stay on top. JT has victories over Jimmy Snuka, Don Morocco, Abdullah the Butcher. So he may be an underdog in this match, but he's not a super underdog. But a big neck breaker by Mike Awesome may have stopped the momentum of JT Smith. Smith now has Awesome, throws him into the ropes. Oh, but Awesome catches him. Nicely done by Mike Awesome. Oh, and a stunner, and down goes Smith. Mike Awesome now stomping away. Does not go for the cover. And Smith is fighting back. Up and over the top rope goes JT Smith. Awesome brings him in the hard way with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Nicely done by Mike Awesome. He rolls over Smith, goes for the cover, one. And a kick out at one by JT Smith. Oh, and a beautiful belly-to-back suplex by Mike Awesome. That could be all. He's dragging JT to the middle of the ring, goes for the cover. Referee out of position. And Smith able to kick out before the count of 2. And now Awesome staying on top of JT. A big clothesline in the corner. And JT Smith is in trouble. He hasn't mounted much offense in the last few moments. As this match has been all Mike Awesome the last several minutes. Awesome telling the fans here in Philadelphia that it's over, that he's the man. But that has given JT Smith a chance to get back to his feet. And Smith with a reversal forearm to the back. JT Smith will not go away, and a beautiful maneuver! Up and over goes Awesome. Here's an instant replay. Check this out. A reverse Frankensteiner, and JT goes for the cover 1! And the kick out at 1 by Awesome. And I think that shocked me more than anything. A reverse Frankensteiner, and Awesome kicks out at 1. Now JT again using his speed, needs to stay on top, and a savant kick takes down Mike Awesome. JT picks up Awesome. What's he have in store here? Kick to the midsection. Off the ropes, could it be? It is the scissors kick. Down goes Mike Awesome. Smith hooks a leg. Referee in position 1, 2, and the kick out at 2 by Mike Awesome. Smith making this comeback. We knew he could do it. He's an underdog, but only in size, not stature. His reputation precedes himself here in ECW. He has major victories. And both men top contenders to the TV title. And Smith in control, and Mike Awesome is in a world of trouble. If he wants to move up the rankings, he's going to need to get it together. Smith now, and a kick to the face by Awesome. And that has stunned JT, and a big spear by Mike Awesome takes down JT Smith. Awesome now toying with Smith. I don't advise that. Smith can hit that maneuver right anywhere. There it is! Beautiful enziguri, but that only stunned Awesome. And I think that pissed him off. Big forearm smash. Picks up JT. And an underhook slam. Down goes JT Smith. But Smith trying to mount a comeback again. How many comebacks does JT Smith have? I can speak. And the clothesline in the corner. Down goes JT. Awesome going for the pin 1 and the kick out at 1 by Smith. I'm getting tongue-tied and twisted here. It is the season 1 part 1 finale, or season part 1 finale. Oh my gosh. It's going to be a long night if I'm messing up already. First match. And here we are, Mike Awesome saying that's it. It's time to put away JT Smith. And he'd be wise to do so. The longer that Smith is in this match, the better chance he has to upset Mike Awesome. And the sit-down powerbomb does not go for the cover. Mistake on the part of Mike Awesome, who's jabberjawing with the fans at ringside. And now Awesome has Smith and rams his head into the top turnbuckle. Smith getting his head rammed in, counted 10 times. And down goes JT Smith. And this could be the beginning of the end. Awesome setting up Smith. Could it be? It is. Up and down with the power bomb. Referee in position 1, 2, and 3. And a back and forth match in our opening contest here at Spring Spectacular. But your winner, Mike Awesome. A back and forth opening match here. We're so happy to have you joining us live for this ECW event. And that was the power bomb to put away JT Smith. Fans, our big co-main event will feature Eddie Gilbert taking on Terry Funk in a King of Philadelphia deathmatch. Let's go back to some pre-recorded comments from Terry Funk.
Tonight is a big night in the career of Terry Funk, and that is no exaggeration. For 4 months now, Eddie Gilbert has been a thorn in my side. First, he cost me a shot at winning the ECW TV title. But I got my revenge for that when I cost him his shot, so whatever issue we had, could have been over right there. Instead, he continued being a thorn in my side by bringing up my age. I couldn't disagree with that, because I am nearly 50 years old. But when he wanted me to bow to him as the King of Philadelphia, that's when it started getting out of hand. Then when he had his group of wrestlers beat me down, and form whatever they call themselves, the Dangerous Hot Stuff, or whatever, I became determined to end this once and for all. Tonight, I finally get my hands on you. It's a King of Philadelphia lights out street fight, Eddie Gilbert. I only need to hurt you enough so you can't answer a 10 count. But I promise, I'm going to hurt you enough so that you can't answer a 20 count. See you out there, kid.
And how about those words from the legend himself, Terry Funk? I'll tell you, he said he can give punishment and hurt Eddie Gilbert enough for the 10 count, but he's going to do enough to take Eddie out for a 20 count. And Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert may get his comeuppance tonight here in our big main event, Lights Out, King of Philadelphia Street Fight. Of course, this is now a Texas Tornado tag team match between Kevin Sullivan and Taz taking on Sabu and Abdullah the Butcher. All four men in or out of the ring at the same time. The referee will only acknowledge pinfalls or submissions in the ring. This is unlike the match later tonight when the Bruise brothers take on the Public Enemy and the pinfalls count anywhere in Philadelphia Street Fight. And down goes Abdullah, out to the ring goes Abdullah. It's now 2-on-1. Taz and Sullivan now working over Sabu. Sabu, of course, with victories over both of these men on one-on-one action. Abdullah back in the ring, and a big bulldog by Abdullah takes down Kevin Sullivan. As Taz with a submission maneuver on Sabu, broken up by Abdullah. And now Abdullah and Taz going at it in the corner, back and forth. Sullivan going to work on Sabu, and a big clothesline, up and over goes Taz. Abdullah throws, all four men are about to be on the floor. Abdullah working over Taz. Sabu on the floor. Sullivan doing something to that ring corner. I don't know what's going on there. 2K22 is really close. These glitches won't be going, well, who knows what glitches are going to be there. And a big drop kick by Sabu takes down Sullivan. Sabu hooks the leg, referee position 1, and the kick out at 1 by Sullivan. I should not speak prematurely about whatever glitches 2K19 has. It's one of my favorite WWE wrestling games, but we don't know what's in store for 2K22. So I'll be kind. And a Greco-Roman rake of the eyes by Abdullah the Butcher takes down Kevin Sullivan. It's going to be a long night. I am butchering these first two matches, but I thank you so much for watching along with me. It's going to be a fun time as we get ready for 2K22 Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, as Sabu goes for the cover, count out at 1 by Taz. And now Sabu and Abdullah double teaming Taz. Sullivan saw that, got right back into the ring. This fast-paced action I can hardly keep up, as a big body drop by Taz takes over Abdullah the Butcher, and it is now 2-on-1 in favor of Taz and Sullivan as they work over Sabu in the ring. Taz now picking up Sabu. What's he have in store here? Well, maybe nothing, as the Tongan spike by Sullivan takes down Sabu. That could be all. Referee position 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Sabu. He kicked out of that Tongan thumb spike. Kicks out at 2. Taz now picks up Sabu. And now here it is, locked in, but Abdullah breaks it up. The Taz mission was locked in. As Sabu and Taz fight, Sullivan has an armbar on Abdullah. Can Abdullah escape? He's near the ropes. And Abdullah able to get out. And a big clothesline by Sullivan takes down Abdullah the Butcher. And Taz with a submission maneuver on Sabu. Can Sabu break out? The referee's right there. Sabu able to escape barely. But the damage may have been done. Taz stomping away on Sabu. As Abdullah and Sullivan going to work on each other. Again, Sabu in trouble. Broken up by Abdullah. Saves his partner. But not before Taz slams ahead as Sabu into the mat several times. Sullivan tying Abdullah up in the tree of woe, and a big stomp, and down goes Abdullah. Sullivan and Taz in control in this Texas Tornado match. And now it's 2-on-1 again. Sabu with a jawbreaker on Sullivan, closing out from behind by Taz. And this 2-on-1 attack favoring Sullivan and Taz. Taz rolls over Sabu. Referee in position 1, 2, and 3! Abdullah not in time to break up the pinfall. And a little bit of a miscommunication there, but your winners, the former ECW World Tag Team Champions, Kevin Sullivan and Taz. And there was that tongue and spike, that thumb, right to the throat. Sabu able to kick out at 2. But your winners, Kevin Sullivan and Taz, don't go away. We have much more ECW Spring Spectacular after this quick timeout. And welcome back to Spring Spectacular. This ought to be a dandy, as the Bruise brothers, Ron and Don Harris, take on the Public Enemy, Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge. And look at this, stereo suplexes by the Harris brothers. Oh, into brain busters. Wow. Each Harris brother took down a member of Public Enemy. And there is no love lost between these two teams. The last time they fought, the Bruise brothers made very short work of Public Enemy. And Public Enemy has been after them for revenge for quite some time. And of course, one way to settle it here in ECW is a pinfalls count anywhere in Philadelphia match. The Philadelphia City Athletic Commission has required that these men not battle it out into the stands. But the entranceway, the parking garage, for crying out loud, under I-95, that's all open. And we can see these guys go anywhere in Philadelphia. And another brain buster, I don't know if that's Ron or Don. But Johnny Grunge goes down, and now a big punch to the face as Rocco Rock working over the other Harris brother up top. Grunge now making a comeback, takes over the Harris brother, and he ran with all of his weight. Johnny Grunge is no lightweight wrestler. He's 250, 260, but he ran in charge, and Harris just stood pat using his own 6'5", 300-pound frame. And now Rocco Rock trying to make a comeback here. Has one Harris brother up on his shoulders, as the other Harris brother has Johnny Grunge and power bombs him out to the floor. Up and over the top rope. It's now 2-on-1 in the ring. No. The one Harris brother follows out Johnny Grunge to the floor. But Johnny Grunge was power bombed to the floor. There's only a very thin mat protecting the floor here. But Grunge somehow back in control. And he's setting up one of the Harris brothers for a suplex on the floor, and he nails it. As the other Harris in the ring goes for the cover, Grunge able to break up that pinfall attempt. And now it's 2-on-1 in favor of the Public Enemy. Look at that, exchanging blows in the ring. But now all four men back in. Rocco takes one of the Harris brothers down. We're going to call him Ron. Ron with Rocco, Don with Grunge. It was Don with a power driver. Down goes Johnny Grunge. Does not go for the cover. And now a submission maneuver. As Don has a submission maneuver on Johnny Grunge, broken up by Rocco Rock. A bulldog by Rocco Rock takes down Don Harris. Now, Ron Harris working with Grunge, Don with Rocco. Referee somehow got in the way there, went down. Luckily, no pinfall or submission was in force. And a big super powerbomb from the top rope by Rocco Rock and Don Harris. Rocco Rock setting up Don. Between the legs, up and down with a powerbomb by Rocco Rock. That could be all. Hooks the leg, goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Don Harris. Oh, the fans here have risen back and forth. This pinfall's kind of anywhere match part of Spring Spectacular, the 2K22 Part 1 season finale. We thank you so much for joining us for this ride over the last 4 months, bringing you WWF, WCW, and ECW action. Again, I don't know. I have the game. I'm playing the game. I love the game. I don't know what the new season is going to bring, but it's coming your way very shortly as Rocco on the outside with Don Harris, and somebody's been busted open. And a big powerbomb from the top. Grunge takes down Ron Harris. Watch out for Rocco working over Don on the outside, and a big splash on the outside. Down goes Rocco, but the damage done to Don. But meanwhile, Ron has Grunge pinned. Referee in position. 1, 2, and broken up by Rocco Rock. Oh, and the beautiful neck breaker by Ron Harris takes down Rocco Rock. Back into the ring. It was Don Harris was busted open, wearing that crimson mask. Going to work now on Johnny Grunge is Ron Harris in trouble with Rocco Rock. Now Don has Grunge up, and a big, spiked the head of Grunge into his knee. Does not go for the cover. And the fans here in Philly love and appreciate this back and forth match here. These two teams beating the living hell out of each other. Grunge misses with a clothesline, does not miss with a slap in the face. And that's one way to upset a Harris brother, as Rocco Rock had Ron Harris pinned. Ron Harris made it to the ropes. Grunge now picks up Don. And Grunge with a powerbomb on Don Harris. That may be all. Grunge hooks the leg. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And your winner's the Public Enemy here at Spring Spectacular. What a match this was. Back and forth action. It went to the outside. And with all the hate between these two teams, it ended up being pinned in the ring. I can't believe that. But the Public Enemy getting a measure of revenge. Like I said a few weeks ago, they were manhandled at the hands of the Bruise brothers, and the Public Enemy with a measure of revenge. Fans, don't go away. The ECW TV title's on the line next as the Sandman defends against the Roughneck. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Spring Spectacular. As we stated, 2K22 Part 2, Electric Boogaloo coming your way very shortly to the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. But our following match will be for the ECW World TV title as Mr. Hughes challenges the Sandman. And Mr. Hughes, of course, making his debut here on ECW just last week as a member of the franchise of ECW. Shane Douglas came out and said that he is ready to make a name for himself here in ECW, and he needed the guidance of a manager such as Sensational Sherry and a bodyguard the like of Mr. Hughes, the Roughneck. So Mr. Hughes, of course, we last saw him in WCW, where he was also charged with protecting their world champion. And tonight, Shane Douglas has an opportunity to win the ECW title, as he will take on Nature Boy Buddy Landel in one of our two big main events here. But Mr. Hughes has a chance to win gold of his own as the ECW TV champion makes his way to the ring, the Sandman. In this match, an interesting clash of styles between these two men. But the Sandman will look to use his speed. And if he can get Mr. Hughes prone on the mat, then that surfs up from the top rope could put away Mr. Hughes. No doubt about it. And that is what they are fighting for, the World TV title. The introduction's being made and we are ready to go. Both men are ready. And there is no time limit here in ECW for the World TV title. This match will go on as long as it's needed until there's a winner. Of course, the only way that Mr. Hughes can win the ECW TV title is by pinfall or submission, as Mr. Hughes in control in the early going of this matchup. And a big uppercut. Down goes the Sandman. Mr. Hughes not holding anything back. And a belly-to-belly suplex. Up and over goes the Sandman. He is in a world of trouble in the very early going of this matchup. The Sandman maybe... Oh my gosh, a big splash in the corner. And Mr. Hughes, like a ball of fire, another belly-to-belly suplex. This time he hooks the leg. Referee in position 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. And we were 1 second away from having a brand new ECW World TV champion. Sandman trying to escape, but Mr. Hughes follows him out to the floor. Hughes has the Sandman and drapes him across the steel guardrail. The Sandman in trouble. The referee has begun a count. Both men need to pay attention. Mr. Hughes gets back into the ring and says that's it. 5. And Mr. Hughes can't win the TV title with a count out. Count is up to 6. Sandman getting back to his feet. 7. And back into the ring. What a fighting champion the Sandman is. He could have easily taken a count out loss and retained his TV title, but that is not the way the Sandman wants to be, and I commend him for that. But Hughes staying on top and a big kick to the back, 300+ pound force to the lower back of the Sandman, and Mr. Hughes is in control. He's dominating the Sandman thus far in this matchup. And now Mr. Hughes on that second turnbuckle leaps and a big splash down across the back. Rolls over the Sandman. Could we have a new champion? 1, 2, and 3. No! Barely. Sandman kicks out. When I say barely, I mean the hand was coming down for 3, going for another belly-to-belly, blocked by the Sandman. But Hughes shoves down the Sandman in a big headbutt. I'll tell you what, Mr. Hughes is looking great. Another headbutt misses. I spoke too soon in a big kick, but Hughes is only stunned. He doesn't go down. Sandman now with a Russian leg sweep. That takes down the big Mr. Hughes. And a kick to the chest, and Sandman now gaining some control. Mr. Hughes, I thought he was on his way to winning the World TV title, but Sandman making a comeback here. And I know for a fact Sandman did not take Mr. Hughes lightly. But he goes for the cover here. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, a kick out by Mr. Hughes. And Sandman thought that was 3. And so did a lot of fans here in Philadelphia. But Sandman tossed over like he weighs nothing by Mr. Hughes. And Hughes now back in control. Throws Sandman. Ooh, Sandman bounces up the ropes into a sidewalk slam. New TV champion. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. No! Sandman kicks out. The Sandman kicks out. The referee checking on the Sandman. And Mr. Hughes is going to the... I'm not sure what Hughes is doing here. But he nailed that sidewalk slam. And Mr. Hughes has a steel chair. Mr. Hughes, if he uses this chair, he can't win the TV title. But maybe Mr. Hughes doesn't care. Maybe he just wants to take out the Sandman. And he takes out the referee instead. And no, and he whacks the Sandman to the head. I don't know what he did there. This match is over. The Sandman's your winner by disqualification. But Mr. Hughes going to work on the Sandman. Mr. Hughes wanted a fight, and a fight he got. But he took out the referee with a steel chair. This match is over. We're going to go to some pre-recorded comments from the franchise, Shane Douglas.
The stage is set, the lights are shining, and the dawn of the franchise era here in ECW is about to begin. In just a few short moments, the entire shift of power and glory will bestow upon Shane Douglas. The champion's purse will shift over to me, along with all of the press, the glory, and the instant recognition one gets when they are the face of a company. For years, Ric Flair was the face of the NWA, and Hulk Hogan the face of the WWF. Tonight, I solidify myself as the face of ECW, and take this promotion to new heights. And for the JT Smiths, the Sandmans, the Mike Awesomes, heck, even the Terry Funks and Eddie Gilberts, they will all have someone they can look up to, not only as the face of ECW, but the franchise of ECW.
And welcome back to ECW Spring Spectacular. And the introductions made, this match is for the ECW Tag Team Championship. And hometown heroes, the Pitbulls, finally get their opportunity at the World Tag Team Championship. It was all the way back on our second show here on the Gotmark76 channel that Pitbull number 1 won a Battle Royal. They were supposed to earn a World Tag Team title opportunity. Well, a couple weeks later, when that match was set to take place, Bad Company took out Pitbull number 1, and they took that match, and they went on to defeat Kevin Sullivan and Taz. Well, in the weeks that followed leading up to tonight, the Pitbulls have been on quite the winning streak, and so have the Bad Company, the World Tag Team Champions. One of these teams will break tonight. Will we have new World Tag Team Champions, or will Bad Company retain? We are set to find out. And there's the bell. And a beautiful drop kick. The Pitbulls in control in the early going. This is, of course, a Texas Tornado Tag Team match. All 4 men will be in the ring at the same time. Pinfall or submission will win the titles. Of course, a disqualification. And the Pitbulls cannot win the titles. And it was nearly over there. An inside cradle by Paul Diamond on Pitbull number 1. And this match was almost over. Into the ropes goes Diamond. Pitbull number 1. Power slam. Down goes Diamond. Pitbull number 2 working over Tanaka on the outside, or should I say Tanaka working over Pitbull 2. The referee focusing on the action inside the ring as the pinfall or submission will take place in the ring. So Pitbull number 1 in control over Paul Diamond. Into the ropes goes Diamond. And a big clothesline. Down goes Diamond. And Pitbull number 2 regains control on the outside. And now Pitbull 1 throws Diamond into the turnbuckle. And a reversal. Diamond now throws Pitbull into the corner. Oh man, these two men going back and forth. It was Pitbull number 1 who was taken out. And now, with a measure of revenge, ramming the head of Paul Diamond 10 times into the top corner, and down goes Diamond. Pitbull 1 climbing the second turnbuckle. What's he have in store here? Diamond getting back to his feet as Tanaka rams ahead of Pitbull 2 into the ring post. A double axe handle by Pitbull 1 goes for the cover 1. And the kick out at 1 by Diamond. And now Tanaka in the ring in this 2-on-1 in favor of Bad Company. Pitbull 2 now in the ring to even the odds. And all 4 men back in the ring. And a beautiful belly-to-back suplex by Pitbull 1 on Pat Tanaka. As Diamond chopping and clotheslining Pitbull 2 over the top rope. Oh, another chop you can hear from up here by Paul Diamond on Pitbull number 2. And Tanaka with a running bulldog, and down goes Pitbull 1. Diamond having his way with Pitbull 2 on the outside floor. Again, the referee focusing on the action in the ring, and that's Pitbull 1 taking over Tanaka with a leg drag. And now, Pitbull 1 has him up, and a powerbomb on top of Paul Diamond, who had just rolled back into the ring. And now Pitbull 1 climbing the top rope. What's he have in store? He leaps in a big splash, misses. Tanaka had it well scouted. And Tanaka able to get the knees up. But that's not stopping Pitbull number 1 from going to work and staying on top of Pat Tanaka. Running slam. Down goes Tanaka. And a big chop. Diamond takes down Pitbull 2. Pitbull 1 goes for the cover. 1, 2, and broken up by Diamond just in the nick of time. Now Diamond and Pitbull 1 going at it. Pitbull 1 throws Diamond in the ropes and a big clothesline, misses, but doesn't miss with a drop kick. The Pitbulls having their way with Bad Company. Will we see new World Tag Team Champions? A savant kick into a belly-to-back suplex. Up and over goes Diamond. The Pitbulls in control. Pitbull 1 climbing the top rope has Diamond. Oh, and misses again. Pitbull 1 0 for 2 with a splash from the top rope. And this could be the opening that Bad Company needs. But no, Pitbull 1 going to work, staying on top of Bad Company. It's a one-man wrecking crew. As a Pitbull with a powerbomb on Tanaka. He goes for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Tanaka. The Pitbulls, this is their time. They have Bad Company right where they want them. Can the Pitbulls get this done? Can they win the World Tag Team Championship in front of their fans and family here in Philadelphia? Pitbull 2 has Tanaka up in a powerbomb. Down goes Tanaka. And a slam. Down goes Diamond. Pitbull 2 covers Tanaka. Pitbull 1 covers Diamond. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And your winners and new ECW World Tag Team Champions, the Pitbulls. They did it here in front of their friends and family. Local boys done good. The Pitbulls are your new Eastern Championship Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. And there it was. What a maneuver. I'll tell you what, the Pitbulls, they would not take no for an answer. They were determined to win, and they did. They took everything Bad Company had, But the Pitbulls stand tall at the end, and there they are, their winners and new ECW Tag Team Champions. The first of our two big main events is coming up next, when the franchise Shane Douglas challenges Nature Boy Buddy Landel for the ECW title. Don't go away, we'll be right back. And welcome back to Spring Spectacular. History was made in our last matchup. We just witnessed the new ECW World Tag Team Champions of Pitbulls. Will history repeat itself for that man, the franchise Shane Douglas? We are only moments away from finding out, as he has sensational Sherry Martel and the roughneck Mr. Hughes in his corner. We saw Mr. Hughes in action earlier tonight, taking out the Sandman. He lost that match by disqualification. But a message sent to the entire ECW locker room nonetheless. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but could Nature Boy Buddy Landel be the savior to protect ECW from the franchise taking over? I mean, the Nature Boy Buddy Landel is no angel himself. But to a man, he has done it on his own. No manager. Maybe some underhanded tactics here and there. But he didn't need a manager or a bodyguard. He did it all on his own. And he's walking to the ring right now as the ECW Heavyweight Champion. Will he walk out? That's up to him. He, of course, won that title in a bloodfest match in BCW back on December 31st. New Year's Eve, right before the start of the Gotmark76 2K22 season. And he has been a fighting and defending champion ever since, taking on all comers from Tommy Cairo to Don Morocco to Jimmy Snuka to Russian Bear Ivan Koloff. Now he's in the ring with the franchise Shane Douglas, who is looking to take ECW to new heights. And you know, I've been around this business a long time as a fan and of course with the channel. And when you hear somebody making those comments like that they want to take a company to new heights, or when they have these braggadocious ideas of what they're going to mean, a lot of times you can kind of have that tendency and say, okay, you know, we've heard it before. But something tells me that Shane Douglas is determined to do just that. We'll see if he can back it up. It'll be a lot easier to take this company to new heights if he is indeed the ECW champion. But Buddy Landel's not just going to give him the title, he's going to make him earn it. That's the Nature Boy right there. And there's the bell, away we go. Of course, we have our big lights out main event match next to end the show, when Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert takes on Terry Funk. And how about Shane Douglas earlier tonight, telling many of the stars here at ECW that they'll have a champion to look up to. He name-dropped Terry Funk and Eddie Gilbert. So Shane Douglas looks to be challenging everybody. Maybe upsetting everybody too. It seems he has his intimate circle of Sherry and Mr. Hughes, and everyone else is on the outs. Nice chain wrestling here by Buddy Landel and Shane Douglas in the early going. A side headlock, and Douglas rams the face of Landel into the mat. That's not going to hurt Landel as much as it might piss him off, as Douglas now has a front face lock on Buddy Landel, picks him up for a suplex, and drops him face first. Almost a form of a gourd buster there, shades of AA Arn Anderson. And Douglas now back in control. And a high knee lift, a page out of the Nature Boys book. Takes down Landell, and Shane Douglas in control in the early going has a camel clutch locked in. Landell trying to escape, maneuver his body, and is able to escape that maneuver. And Landell desperately got out of that maneuver, and a big chop and a series of right hands, another chop. But Douglas fires back with a shot of his own. A snapmare takeover by Douglas. What's he have in store here? Off the ropes. And snaps the neck of Landell down to the mat. Goes for the cover. Lateral press by Douglas, 1, and a kick out at 1 by Landell. Douglas firing away. And we're seeing a different Shane Douglas than we saw over the last few weeks, when he came out and saved Terry Funk from the Dangerous Alliance and Hot Stuff International. He's a little bit more, I want to say, focused. There's a sense of, I don't know, confidence oozing from him. And a power slam down to the mat, and he is in control here in the early going. And now another chin. This time he lets Landell out of it. He learned last time Landell was able to escape. Now Douglas suplexing Landell back into the ring. Landell has not mounted much offense in this matchup. It has been all Douglas so far. Lateral press 1. And the kick out at 1 by Landell. And for every kick out at 1 by Landell, it just takes more and more energy. And Douglas wearing down the Nature Boy. But Landell now grabs the leg and the spinning toe hold on Douglas. As Mr. Hughes looks on the floor. And the spinning toe hold, one of the first major maneuvers on the part of Buddy Landel in this matchup. It has been all Shane Douglas so far, and he is staying right on that knee, and that is a trademark of the Nature Boy Buddy Landel, picking a body part and staying on it. Now a kick to the midsection has Douglas set up, and spikes him down with a pile driver. Could that be all? Douglas near the ropes. Landell working the arm. Landell now in control. This match has shifted to favor Nature Boy Buddy Landell. And Landell now setting up Douglas off the ropes. And drops the knee across the face of Shane Douglas. And Sherry Martel up on the apron, distracting Nature Boy Buddy Landell. So Martel playing a part, distracting her man's opponent. And that has given Douglas a chance to get back to his feet, and an elbow to the side of the head, and Douglas back in control. And that is why Sherry Martel is at ringside. Right there, we saw it. And Douglas going for a suplex reversed by Landell. Back and forth action here. The ECW title on the line. Which one of these men will walk out of tonight as the ECW? Will we see the dawning of a new franchise? Or will we have the same ECW with Nature Boy Buddy Landell in control? Off the ropes. Into the turnbuckle elbow by Douglas. But Nature Boy fighting himself out of that maneuver by Douglas. Back and forth action here for the ECW World Title. We thank you so much for joining us. Something went down. Landell had Douglas on his shoulder and is now holding his lower back, and that has given Douglas a chance to regain control. Something happened there to Landell. He hasn't been the same. Maybe he injured his lower back, and Douglas taking full advantage. Douglas is like a shark that smells blood. Throws Landell into the ropes, and a big elbow takes down Landell. No rest for the wicked. Douglas back, throws Landell into the ropes again. And a power slam. Down goes, oh wait, Landell Caught Douglas snoozing in an inside cradle. 1, 2, and throw. A kick out of 2. Landell caught Douglas snoozing and had him in an inside cradle. Martell's up on the apron again, and Landell drops another knee across the head. Could this be it? Landell. Scoop slam on Douglas. Here it comes. The elbow drop. If he hits this, it's all over. He nails it. He goes for the cover. He's going to retain. And Sherry Martel again. Up on the apron. Distracting the referee. Landell should have had this match won. And the referee is tossing Martel. Oh, wow! But wait, Douglas with a belly-to-belly suplex! Hooks the leg! Referee was out of position, tossing Martel. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2! Martel has been sent back to the locker room. Mr. Hughes is still at ringside. But Martel interfered several times. The referee sent her back to the locker room. Douglas, not on his own, still has the roughneck at ringside. But this may change things and put things in Nature Boy's favor. Douglas now picks up Landell, and another belly-to-belly suplex. A maneuver tossed in by Magnum TA, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 again. Landell fighting for every fiber of his being to not lose the ECW title. And every time Douglas thinks it's won, Nature Boy somehow escapes. But he could not escape that clothesline, and down goes Nature Boy Buddy Landel. And Landell with a rake of the eyes. Douglas throws Landell into the turnbuckle. And what does Douglas have in store here? He is picking up Landell, putting him on the top rope. Could we see a superplex? Douglas setting up Landell, has him in position, and oh, he nails it, and don't look now, but Martel is back at ringside. The referee may have not noticed, but now the momentum has shifted back to Douglas. Another suplex by Douglas on Landell, and a third suplex, and down goes Landell. Shane Douglas feeling it. Will he win the ECW title? He feels the moment is his. Picks up Landell for a fisherman suplex slam into an inside cradle. 1, but Landell makes it to the ropes. Sherry Martel is back at ringside after the referee sent her to the locker room. And a swinging neckbreaker by Landell. Landell ramming the face of Douglas into the mat. Landell's back in control. The referee must not have seen Sherry Martel return, but she is shouting instruction to Douglas. Make no mistake about it, in the roughneck at ringside as well, cheering on the franchise. Douglas throws Landell into the ropes, and another power slam, the third one of the match. And again, an inside cradle. Landell has a pin. 1, 2, and 3. No, a kick out of 2. Barely by Shane Douglas. Barely able to escape. Oh, and maybe that's why the referee doesn't see Martel. She's standing behind Mr. Hughes. Douglas has Landell up and drapes him across the top rope. That is cable wrapped in colored duct tape, fans. That is steel cable right there. And Douglas in control. He's climbing to the outside. Now he's back in. Douglas climbing that second turnbuckle. Has Landell in his sights and nails an elbow drop off the second turnbuckle. Could this be the opening that Douglas needs to win the ECW title? Big clothesline takes down Landell. Landell is not moving. Remember, Landell, earlier in this match, injured his lower back, and he has not been the same since. And Douglas now has Landell up in a suplex slam, and Landell lands on his lower back. He is not moving. This could be the opening that Shane Douglas needs. And another belly-to-belly suplex. Hooks the leg. Referee counts 1, 2, 3. And we have a new ECW Heavyweight Champion, the franchise, Shane Douglas. What a back and forth match this was. It really could have gone either way, but at some point in this match, Nature Boy Buddy Landel held his lower back. He dropped Douglas. And it was after that he was not the same. He had several defensive movements like that, but that is the belly-to-belly suplex. And there's the 3 count, your winner and new ECW champion, the franchise, Shane Douglas. The era of the franchise has indeed begun here in Eastern Championship Wrestling. And I don't know what else tonight's going to bring us. We still have our Lights Out King of Philadelphia street fight to come. But the age, the dawning of the franchise is upon us here in ECW. Fans, don't go away. Our Lights Out main event, the King of Philadelphia street fight, is next. We'll be right back. And welcome back to ECW. You may have noticed some of the lights have been turned down here. This is a Lights Out street fight, the King of Philadelphia, non-sanctioned by Eastern Championship Wrestling. And Eddie Gilbert wait a second, there's Terry Funk. We're not even going to have introductions. Funk chasing down Gilbert in the aisleway, and there's the bell. This match rules are very simple. You need to knock out your opponent for a 10 count. They cannot answer a 10 count. That's the only way to win here. Weapons can be used. There's no pinfalls, no disqualifications. Anything is legal. And Terry Funk not even waiting for the introduction. We heard from him earlier tonight. He said he's going to do enough to make Gilbert not be able to answer a 20 count. And a big clothesline from behind, and Terry Funk with a measure of revenge. Can he stay on top of Gilbert? This match is 4 months in the making. It all started back in January at the ECW TV Title Tournament. Terry Funk came here to ECW. He said he is a part-time wrestler. He is somebody who has lost more than he's won the last few years. But he was going to give everything he had here at ECW. And he had made it to the second round of the TV Title Tournament. That's when things got interesting. As he was slated, he faced the Sandman. And Eddie Gilbert, knowing that Terry Funk was his biggest distraction, his biggest obstacle to getting that ECW TV title that Gilbert wanted so desperately, he pile drove the Sandman, which disqualified Terry Funk. Well, later that evening, when Gilbert was taking on JT Smith, Funk one-upped him. He pile drove Gilbert, which allowed JT Smith to get the pinfall, and both men were out of the tournament. And as Funk said earlier tonight, it could have ended right there, but Gilbert insisted on constantly making fun and poking fun and irritating Terry Funk, to the point that Hot Stuff International and the Dangerous Alliance focused all of their attention on taking out Terry Funk. So it got personal with them real quick. And here we are, 4 months in the making, the King of Philadelphia. Now, look, Eddie Gilbert wanted Terry Funk to bow to him. And if you know Terry Funk like we do, he's not going to bow to anybody, at least not willingly. But if Eddie Gilbert wins this match, then he is the King of Philadelphia. And who knows what reign that's going to bring. As Funk clotheslines Gilbert, we are spending more time outside of the ring than inside the ring. Again, you can see the referee. He is counting. But anytime you do an offensive maneuver or pick up your opponent, that breaks the count. And Gilbert drops Funk face first on the side of the ring. If we said it once, we said it 100 times. That is the hardest part of the ring. And Gilbert in control, working over Terry Funk. Weapons have already been introduced to this match. You can see what looks to be a sledgehammer at ringside. A steel chair was used. And of course, a good old-fashioned guardrail as Terry Funk throws Gilbert, and they're in the middle aisleway here. The entranceway. Man, they better be careful or Cabrini College won't have us back for more. Oh, and a nice maneuver by Gilbert with a face buster. And Gilbert now in control. And Gilbert going to work on Terry Funk's legs. A wise maneuver. If you can't put weight on your legs, you can't stand up. Gilbert now stomping away. But Funk back to his feet. Fires back with the right hand. Throws Gilbert further down the entrance. Right there, now on the basketball court here at Cabrini College in Radnor, Pennsylvania. I hope nobody from the NCAA is watching. Funk now going to work on Gilbert with an open, closed fist, I should say, and a forearm smash to the back of Gilbert. Referee almost got knocked out as Funk was throwing Gilbert back towards the ring. And again, the referee started counting, got up to 2, but Funk broke the count when he picked up Gilbert. And now Gilbert back in the ring. Funk. This match has been 90% Funk in the early going here. And as I said that, Gilbert finally trying to make a comeback. Has Funk up. Could it be? Setting him up. And spikes him down with a pile driver. Will that be enough to win the match? The referee has begun to count. No, Funk gets up before 3. Funk, he wants to win this match so bad. He says it's one of the biggest nights of his career. And a big kick takes Gilbert up and over the top rope. Terry Funk is determined to get his revenge tonight against Eddie Gilbert. And it's been back and forth so far. In fact, Gilbert was the only one so far in this match who had a chance to actually let the referee count to 10. As it appears each time Funk did it, he broke up the count before. See, I think that's the difference between these two men. I think Gilbert wants to win, and I think Funk has to win. There's no other way around it. Gilbert now with a series of rights and lefts. A big right hand takes down Funk to his knees. The referee is on the outside. He is there to count Terry Funk down if Eddie Gilbert doesn't break up the count. And there it is. Gilbert has Funk down. The referee's begun to count. He's up to 3. 4. 5. He's halfway there. Can Funk get up? He's up before 7. Terry Funk able to get up before 7. Back into the ring, where he's met with a big right hand by Gilbert. Another right hand by Gilbert. Funk in trouble. Gilbert having his way right now with Terry Funk. And the hot shot by Funk, and the tide is turned. And again, there's another example. The referee was going to DDT by Gilbert out of nowhere. Funk had Gilbert with that hot shot. The referee began making a count, and Funk wouldn't let it happen. He wanted to inflict more punishment, and that may have bit Terry Funk in the ass. Right now, Gilbert with a big left hand, and look at Funk out on his feet, belly to back suplex. Down goes Terry Funk. Gilbert in control, and the tide of this match has turned to favor heavily hot stuff Eddie Gilbert in a big clothesline. Takes down Funk. Funk wanting to inflict more punishment on Gilbert each time he was down for the count may come back to haunt him here. As Gilbert now setting up Funk. What's he have in store here? Picks up Funk. Puts him on the top turnbuckle. But no, a kick out by Funk. Oh, but he's put right back into the corner. A reversal by Funk. And now a series of shoulder blocks in the corner. Down goes Gilbert. And Terry Funk stomping the mud hole. And hot stuff Eddie Gilbert. And shows him he's number one. Terry Funk making a comeback. The legend is nearly 50 years old and he's making a comeback. And now he's letting a referee count. The count is up to 4, 5. He's halfway there, and Terry Funk doesn't think that's enough for Gilbert. He's taking off the top turnbuckle pad. And now Funk picks up Gilbert. He had number 7. Only 3 seconds away from winning, and he throws Gilbert into the exposed turnbuckle. Down goes hot stuff. Oh, but Gilbert using his speed to his advantage. And a high knee takes down Funk. He knocked out Funk in their tag team match. He knocked out Funk with that maneuver. When it was Shane Douglas turned his back on Funk and it was the Dark Patriot and Eddie Gilbert. That's going to be all. They're up to 5. Funk's not moving. 6. That high knee took down Terry Funk. Are you telling me Eddie Gilbert's the king of Philadelphia? Up to 9, and Funk gets up at 9. Funk now trying to make a comeback. Throws Gilbert across the ring. Charges clothesline in the corner. Down goes Gilbert. Funk now with a series of a kick blocked by Gilbert, but Funk pushes him back in a hot shot by Gilbert. That could be it. Gilbert nails a hot shot from a charging Terry Funk. Can Funk get up before 10? Up to 5. Up and before 6. Funk gets back to his knee. Funk trying to fight back. Big right hand stuns Gilbert. Another right hand, and here comes the step over toe hold on hot stuff Eddie Gilbert. There is no submission here, and again the referee was trying to make a count and Funk would not let him. He picked up Gilbert before the referee could start counting. That is at least the 5th or 6th time in this matchup that Terry Funk did not let the referee make a count. And that just tells you as personal as he has his sledgehammer across the chest, now across the back, now across the chest again. Terry Funk going to work on hot stuff Eddie Gilbert with a sledgehammer. If it wasn't lights out, that could be cause for a suspension. And Funk now has a steel chair as if a sledgehammer wasn't enough. And a steel chair across the back of Gilbert. The referee's begun a count. But Funk with another chair shot, that's going to break the count again. Gilbert's not moving. He's up to 3. The Gilbert's not moving. What's Funk doing? Funk takes out the referee! I'm telling you, it's not about winning this match for Terry Funk. He wants to hurt Eddie Gilbert, and that could come back and bite him. Funk throws Gilbert into the guardrail. Gilbert is barely able to move. Throws him into the guardrail again. Funk with a belly-to-back suplex on Gilbert. And Funk in control. Maybe this is it. Picks up Gilbert. He has him. And spikes him down on the pile driver on the bare floor, the hardwood floor. Here's a replay. The basketball court. Gilbert is not moving. The referee has begun to count and Terry Funk throws his arms in the air. Will that be all? Up to 3. Terry Funk walking away. I think that's going to be all. Gilbert is not moving. 8. 9. And your winner and king of Philadelphia, the legend Terry Funk. What a match this was between these two men who hate each other. I mean, Terry Funk had this match won maybe 5 minutes ago, but took out a referee with a steel chair because he was only doing his job of counting out Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. But right there, that power driver on the floor, and that was the exclamation point for Terry Funk, and that's the maneuver that put away Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Fans, we thank you so much for watching 2K22 Part 1. We're coming your way shortly with 2K22 Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.